My name is Paulo Games, and here we are with part 4 of our Chris playthrough in Resident Evil 1. So last time we just picked up these 2 keys in this death mask, and of course we did the piano thing with Rebecca, so we're here just to continue on to collect more of these death masks. So let's continue on and march forward. Okay, so let's just go up here. And of course I'm having loads of fun with this game, the symbolism, the puzzles, and like all the medieval European rich guy stuff and all that. Very cool. Very, very cool. There's one more door up here. I believe it needs the armor key, because I really want this key out of my inventory now. Let's see. But yes, guys, thank you very much for the support in the other videos as well. It's really appreciated. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Of course, always drop some more suggestions to see. Use the armor key. There's no further use for the key. Discard. Yes, please. Let's see. Right, we'll explore this room just before we continue on the story. But yeah, thank you very much for the support, guys. And if there's any games you just want to see me play, just let me know. I've had a few suggestions. I've had The Last of Us. I've played the first one. I haven't played part 2. I've heard controversial things about part 2, and I'm kind of hesitant to play it. But I'm always willing to give a game a shot. And Outlast, and yes, I've been wanting to play the Silent Hill games. There's new Silent Hill Townfall coming out this year too. I was thinking about playing that and recording it, so it'll be my first blind playthrough of the channel. No. There are deep wounds all over his body. Who could have torn him up like this? A plant that's been damaged from the elements. There we go. Okay, and then I know there's the end of a hallway there, but I'll explain once I get out of this room here, because this room gives me the heebie-jeebies. So yes, for any of you that played the Jill playthrough, if you go to around the corner there where Forrest was sitting, then he gets up and attacks you, and Forrest is kind of like, it's weird because he's a unique enemy. He doesn't look like a Crimson Head, but he's pretty much as tough as one, moves as fast as one, and I think he does more damage too. And of course I'm only packing 15 bullets in a handgun here, so I really can't face him here. So yes, let's not fight Forrest. If you want to see what that encounter looks like, go check out my Jill playthrough. It had loads of fun with that one. Really, really good. And of course I aim to show all other kind of special and unique encounters you can get in Chris's playthrough too, bar the Forrest one, because with Jill's playthrough, that's where you find the grenade launcher. For Chris, there's nothing in there but a green herb, and we can go a game without a green herb, you know. So right, let's go. Really? No joke, guys. That's like the second time this game. That's like the second time in a row this game's done that to me. It did it in the Jill playthrough as well. And this one, like dogs are meant to break through. You might be able to unlock it using null key. Yeah, dogs are like, there's a very famous scene, a very famous jump scare. It's probably the most famous jump scare in Resident Evil, where dogs pop out, and yeah, we want this, and we take this green herb, use it. Take this other green herb. And there we go. Let's bounce. There we go. So yeah, we need this chemical bag for another mask. Okay, and yes, it's gonna be in the upper room where the save room is. No, it's not. No, it's gonna be that room in the far left. But let's see. Yeah, probably just be quicker going through that dog hallway. And the reason why I'm calling it a dog hallway, because realistically that's what it is, isn't it? Just top up the top health. Because if we walk through this hallway, there's going to be zombies that bust through those doors, and I'd rather deal with dogs than zombies. Nope, I lied. I'd rather deal with the zombies. There's the jump scare. Yeah, because I just remembered I have not saved in a good long while. Yep. Yeah, let's get out of this room. Nah, I'm good. Okay, what else do I got? Is there anywhere else I need to use an old key on? Yeah, to be honest. Where did you come from? Okay, because I kind of just want this old key out of my inventory as well. That's a shortcut. Like, I don't know why Chris can't just scale this, but well, video game logic, I guess. There we go. And yeah, just while we're here, we may as well just deposit this mask down here. Okay, and this mask goes here. Okay, there we go. No, but yes, guys, so yeah, I have been thinking about what games to play next. So I was thinking Silent Hill 2, and then Outlast may be a wee bit too graphic, so until I get a wee bit better at this editing thing, which I have done not at all, I might as well hold Outlast until a bit. Of course, Outlast Whistleblower, and Outlast 2 is what I'm thinking about. Okay, so we have two options to get the next two masks. So, yeah, one's quite nearby. So yeah, let's go ahead and is that you know what I'm gonna do? I'm finally gonna use those ink ribbons and save in the main dining hall, because I've done 3 videos back to back here and I haven't saved once, so I want to make sure I save all my progress, because if I were to die, then I will legit burst down, break down, and probably have a crash out. So let's not do that. It's an old typewriter, you can save your progress. Yep. There we go. Because then what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to get damaged here in this next section, and I'll show you why. Because there's a unique event you can do once you get damaged in this next section. And there's a freaking zombie here. That's right. Yeah, I think I'm just going to kill it. Brother, die? That man decided he did not want to die. Here. Okay. Then we're not going to need any ammo for this bit. For anyone that remembers from the Jill playthrough, you probably think I'm going insane by just coming in here with 4 bullets. But I'll be okay. And you know what? Just while we're here, let's pick up these green herbs. Just combine the 2 of them. But I want to make sure that I once you see the enemy I'm talking about, I'll explain in a second, but yeah. There could be a chance I just die here just trying to activate the special event. Need to use the shield key. There's no further use for the key. Discard. There we go. Now we just need to get the helmet key. That's 3 or 4 keys all gone. So yeah, the mansion is by far the best part of Resident Evil 1, by the way, but yeah, great game altogether. And there's Yawn the Snake. Yep, so... No, grab the mask, Chris, you idiot. Okay. Yeah, and then of course no Richard here. This is the snake that injured Richard. Let me see here, I got poisoned, sweet. So yeah, we don't need to fight him here, it's fine, we can just run away from him. We fought him as Jill to get Richard's gun. Let's go.
Poison.
But yeah, we get that gun a little bit later as Chris.
Serum. I remember seeing it. I'll be right back. Just hang in there.
And there we go, we get to play as Rebecca for a little section here. So yes, we need to run back and grab Serum here. And Chris can actually die here, so we'll have to make haste, but yes. We get to play as Rebecca here, which is kind of cool. We weren't able to do that with Jill. Once Jill gets poisoned, Barry just brings her to a unique room. And we're going to have to burn that body a little later as Chris. But yes, for any of you that actually don't know, Rebecca is the main protagonist of Resident Evil 0. And it's only that game in this game where she shows up, and it's quite the shame as well, because she's a great character. Although the funny thing is, so as you'll see in this playthrough here, you're going to notice some characteristics about Rebecca. And let's see, how much inventory slots does she have? She has 2. Oh. Yep, we're just going to get bit from here, it's fine. That's okay, because that's why she has that. I'm not looking to kill that dude at all. It'll just make things harder for Chris. But yeah, so her characteristics, so it's weird. So Resident Evil 1 Remake and Resident Evil 0 were developed at the same time. So 2 separate teams. It's the exact same model, by the way. So Rebecca looks exactly like this in 0 too. So they both look the exact same, but they both have pretty different personalities and characteristics. For example, Rebecca's a wee bit more confident. Like that, Rebecca's a little bit more confident by herself in Resident Evil 0. But then she's... the word I'll use, she's more of a damsel in this one, which is really strange, because she clearly wasn't in 0. Now, I won't spoil some things about 0 now. There is some parts where her and the other character have to be saved. But, you know, she clearly... Like, there's good reasons for that in 0. In this one, she's kind of more prone to being scared, I should say. I don't want to use the word cowardly, because she's not a coward, but she's way more brave in Resident Evil 0 and way more resilient and more of a main character, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of jarring once you compare the two side by side. Oh, whoops. Oh, you see like that texture pop in there? That was weird. Yeah, and this I really just wanted to show you guys this little bit of playing as Rebecca. Now, technically, you can say it was a waste of time, yes, but I just thought it would be very cool to show you guys this. And I already know she's going to be the thumbnail of this video now, so... Chris is out here.
How you feeling?
What happened?
You were bitten by a poisonous snake and fell unconscious. Easy.
Oh, my head's killing me.
You should be fine, because I gave you a shot of serum. But again, don't do anything...
That you wouldn't do? I'll try to remember that. I owe you one.
Oh, thank God I made it in time.
That was a long, awkward stare after that. Okay, see you around town, Rebecca. But yeah, Rebecca's a good character. I have a hard time deciding if I like her or Barry better. But they're both involved in the Resident Evil universe as much as each other. So Rebecca's a side character here, but she's the protagonist in... Now, you know what? I'm gonna grab the kerosene bottle and light this dude ablaze. So just a little bit of... Yeah, so she's the main character in Zero and a side character in this, and then Barry, he's a side character in this, and then a main character in Revelations 2, which I do intend to play at some point. The game's very fun, especially Barry's sections. It was a very clever idea to bring Barry back, even though he's quite old now in the newer Resident Evil games. Though I may say like he's probably like dead of old age at this point, which is very sad because I really like Barry. Right, yeah, just put all this away. And those ink ribbons. Right, there we go. There we go. And I actually have a good feeling we're saving up ammo better as Chris than we were as Jill. That, to be fair, that's mainly due to Chris doing like a good bit more damage than Jill ever can. But yeah, no grenade launcher is gonna sting a bit, so we need to use the pistol as much as we can and the shotgun as little as we can. That annoying camera change, right? It's not necessary to use this now. What do you mean? Of course it is. There we go. Crispy. Okay. There we go. Now we're just making our way to the... excuse me there. To the other mask. I love quiet hallways in this game. They're the best, honestly. And yes, so... And then once we go further in the game, for Chris's true ending requirements, it's more of a time thing than it is a decision thing for Jill. But you'll see what I mean once we get continue forward in the game. Right. So first off, put this away. I think we're all good to take the magazines out now at this point. And let's see. And then you know what? No, there's going to be a lot of... Talk to Richard before we go. Or just watch him as he sleeps. That's normal, Chris. Alright, Chris, you kind of creepy, brother. He just stared at him for like no reason. Like that. Chris is like, one thing I'm noticing about him, he likes to have long, awkward stares at like both Rebecca and Richard there. It's kind of unsettling in a way. What's up, buddy? Yeah, we don't have to worry about those guys. They just want in. Yep. And then I forget which way it is, so let's just try it normally first. Yeah, so we want to turn it that way. There we go. We want that to murder that plant. Yeah, get out of here. And there's a lot of herbs here. Okay. And yeah, we're going to take as much herbs here as we can. So I believe we can take at least 3 here. No, 4. 4, I'd say. There we go. And then, yeah, you can't make a quadruple ganja bush, so we just have to keep going. Chris got that plant from the islands, if you know what I mean. Right, let's continue on. Yeah, whatever, buddy. Whatever. You guys aren't funny, I just have you know. Like, your man dad makes fun of you all the time. Alright, and let's go this way. We have the other 2 masks. So we have 0 reason to stay in this room. Okay. Let's go. You're 22 minutes already. It does not feel like 22 minutes, okay. Okay, I'll at least try and finish Mansion 1 in this video. And then I'll call it there today for recording videos, because I've recorded like 3 back-to-back. I've did part 2, part 3, and part 4. And then I have a good idea for the thumbnails for all of them. Right, and then let's go this way. But I'm having a great time just blasting all these zombies' heads apart. They're stupid, they're ugly, and they have no mates. And they're probably all from Ballysillan as well. Just kidding, just kidding. That's an area in Belfast, just in case you guys don't know. I love Ballysillan. Wink, wink. I'm just kidding, But, yeah, let's just keep going. Here's actually a fun idea. So, whereabouts in Belfast do you think Chris would be from, if he was from there? I don't know why, but he just kind of screams Twinbrook to me. So he does. Everyone else that's not from Belfast is just not going to understand what I'm talking about. Chris is a very cool character. Now, Chris is the most reoccurring main character in the franchise. Once we beat up this enemy, I'll tell you about him. Because there's going to be an enemy we have to fight here. Yeah, they intend for you to kind of use the shotgun to fight him, but I'm going to use the handgun. Elder Crimson Head, people call him. There we go. Shove a grenade in his mouth. Boom. That's why we didn't need the shotgun. Hoorah. And of course, the Crimson Head kind of always starts out with that swipe, you see? So you always kind of want to dodge it when he runs towards you. And to be fair, so Jill has a stun gun, and Chris has a grenade. Now, they probably both do the same thing. They're probably both insta-kills, like the Jill's stun gun and Chris's grenades, but I like the grenade better, more of a boom to it. There we are. Right, and it turns out we didn't need these, like, at all. So, Would be. Right, catch you later, Alden Crimson Head. Barely knew you. I toasted that guy. Yeah, Alden Crimson Head, or Elder Crimson Head's definitely like from Ballymena or something, so he is. That would explain everything. The most sane person in Ballymena. I'm just kidding. I'll stop with Northern Ireland / North of Ireland jokes. Or I might continue them, but you don't know. But yeah, so Chris is in a lot of other Resident Evil games. So he is in 1, Code Veronica. Let me see just where we need to go here real quick, guys. Okay, so yeah, we need to go to the top right there. And yeah, we're better off maybe taking the longer way around. Yeah, I say we're better off just taking the longer way, the upstairs route. So nothing, nowhere we can go on the left yet. No, there's really no point going on the left side of the mansion just at the minute. And yeah, no, it's all fine. It's all fine. So let's go up here. So yeah, so Chris is in Resident Evil 1, Code Veronica, Revelations 5, 6, 7, and Village. He's in a lot of games, so he is a lot, especially a lot of them. And for a lot of people who don't know, there is kind of fan clubs for the 2 main male protagonists of the Resident Evil games. So that's Chris here, Chris Redfield, and then in Resident Evil 2 we'll be introduced to Leon Kennedy, which a lot of people love, absolutely love. I'm quite a big fan of both of them. I can't necessarily decide. But Leon's more of like so Chris is more of like a military like type of dude, kind of like a buff macho type of guy, while Leon's kind of more like, you know, that pretty boy secret agent type of feel to him. And the fans of both characters are just, they've been at war for years, since the 90s. Okay, let's put these shotgun shells on top of each other. And then take out this wind crest. Yeah, that looks fine to me. So do a quick save here, just because that's Mansion 1 essentially done. That's an old time. So yes, and then Leon's the second most character, I believe, in every game. So he's in Resident Evil 2, 4, 6, and the new one, Requiem. Of course, and there's obviously also fan clubs for the 2 main female protagonists, but it's just Leon and Chris have just been more relevant in the most latest years. Just mainly due to Chris being in Village in 7, then Leon being in Requiem 2. Not Requiem number 2, just Requiem as well. Sorry to fall apart. I need to check that. No. Yeah, we'll go through this. It should be repaired anyway. But yes, let me know which character. Bruh. Yeah, we don't need to worry about him. We're good. So let me know which of the 2 male protagonists you like better, Leon or Chris. Or, of course, if you're new to the series and want to experience it through myself. Come on, use your damn dagger, Chris. I have the daggers equipped. I do, just Chris didn't feel like using it. I hate the dog bite. Like sometimes, so the dagger's meant to work when the dog bites you, but it just wasn't working that time at all, so it just took up some damage for no reason. So yeah, and as I was saying, if you want to find out what Leon's like, just wait for my Resident Evil 2 playthrough to come out. Or of course you can play Resident Evil 2 yourself, and you don't need to play Resident Evil 1 to understand what's happening in Resident Evil 2. You can play pretty much any Resident Evil game and throughout the timeline, and you'll pretty much just get what's happening. Okay. Oh. Yeah, because we want to crack that teapot, Chris. Get your act together, brother. Nah, there's no point going through those big doors yet, so let's go through here. What time are we? So we'll at least make it to the next save room. And then this is the next puzzle, but to the best of my knowledge, you just want them both pointing to the bottom right of the screen. Or it's either the bottom left, I can't remember. There we go. Such a strange puzzle as well.
Spawn. Wesker? Monster chains. Tree. Not exist. Wave. Woods outside the mansion.
Okay, so it looks like Wesker was running from something. Just pressing it as soon as I see it. I'm like a Neanderthal, right? Right, let's go. There's a switch here, press it. Yes. I think that will open the door. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, just remember, with that puzzle, you just have to have the arrows pointing at the bottom right of the screen, okay? It'll save you a whole lot of time on going through that. Okay, and then these crows can aggro here, so let's be extra careful not to aggro them. And they aggro by running. I'm not going to have enough. There we go, now I am. Sorry I had to use the first aid just when I'm cautioning there, guys. You'd just rather do this now than later. Okay. Because I think when I did this as Jill, I barely had any inventory. And I just rather just... Okay. And what you have to do, you have to look at the back of each one. Press it. And then we do that for the other two. There's a button. Will you press it? Yes. Boom. No. I'm so quick just to click the buttons, so I am. Right. Let's go. Skadoosh. There we are. And yep, we get the boss killer itself. I could be wrong though, but this Magnum looks a wee bit different from Jill's. I think this may be Barry's, but I could be wrong. Okay. Alright, crows, I have no beef with you. You have no beef with me. You just stay there crowing for all eternity. There we are. And yes, of course, as I've said before, I would absolutely love to play more Resident Evil games in the future. So Resident Evil 2. Alright, man, calm down. Resident Evil 2, 3, 4, pretty much all of them. Even 6 at some point if you want to see me play 6. I know 6 is quite divisive amongst the fans. But I'm personally a fan of its action-paced. It's the second Resident Evil game I've ever played. The first one was 5. When me and my big brother, we got it for the I think it was the PS3. And I think my dad bought him it. And we ended up playing it. I was Sheva, of course, because, you know, the little brother's always relegated to the tour protagonist. or deuterotagonist. I can never pronounce that word correctly. But yeah, and Chris is the main character of that game too, and he's like 3 times more muscly. A number of bandages have been hung up. Keep these burn stains be blood. There's a lit fire and everything in here as well. Wonder what it could be. There's a map of the courtyard. Take it, of course. Probably like one of those. No, it's a useful map, I'd say. Okay, then let's go around this way. And yes, the crank. So we're gonna need this just for what's beyond those big double doors back at that shed back there. For now though, I'm going to save the game, guys, because we'll end session here. Ooh, who's that? A little bit of a cliffhanger for next time, eh? Family picture. There's a journal left by someone. 19. Daddy attach mommy, or attach first. Mommy attach text gone. Inside red and slimy, white and hard. Not true, mom. Were. Don't know dad. Found mom again. When attach mommy, she moved no more. She screaming. Why? Just want to be with her. Mom were. I miss you. Very ominous. Let's leave on a bit of a cliffhanger though, yeah? Okay, there we go. And yes, guys, there we go. So that is part 4 of Resident Evil 1. And there's no point in me putting that away yet until... So yes, that's part 4 of Resident Evil 1. And that's 3 parts all finished. So I'll upload them just as we go through the week here and have more of a regular upload schedule. But thank you very much for the support of the last playthrough as well, guys. It was fantastic. And hopefully you'll have just as much fun with this playthrough. But then after we'll beat Chris, we'll move on to a different game, as I've been saying. Let's continue on. It looks like there's a pretty creepy looking woman there. So we'll just have to see whereabouts she is within this shack next time we can continue, okay? But if that's everything, guys, make sure your doors are locked. Just kidding. Okay. Stay fresh. Thank you very much, guys. Like and subscribe. And bye-bye.